Hello and welcome back to the VLS Contest Series playthrough. I'm your host Victor Lane, and we are headed to Wild Pines Par 3 by TJ9798. Gonna head over and set up our course. Looks like we're on the white tees, actually. Pin 1. And we'll be playing firm fairways, firm greens, and fast green speed in the morning. Let's head over to Wild Pines. Thumbnail looks like an interesting environment. Lots of grass. Maybe in the midst of an environment with lots of pines. Let's see how that all plays together. All right. Maybe even a dunesy environment here. So let's take a quick peek around with our drone. Heading on up. Are we near the sea? No. Not that I can see. Different spelling. So we've got kind of an inland dunes, if you will, amongst the pines. Lots of tall grass. Pardon me. It's a nice little cohesive plot, really. Going to be lots of runoffs by the looks of it, whether into the bunkers or around the greens. We're going to need to be accurate with our tee shots. Chalet clubhouse, we've seen that before, works well. All right, heading back over to Victor. First hole, 133. Opening up with a pitching wedge shot. I love the green look popped up on the top of the dune here. A beautiful opening tee shot to kind of introduce us to what we may be seeing throughout the round. And lots of movement on these greens. So if I recall, we were very firm. Yeah, I think firm and fast. So when we're in areas like this, it will not hold. It's going to drop down into these bunkers for sure. But we've also got some helper slopes as well. Just kind of getting a feel for what we're looking at here. Downhill, downwind, and I don't want to be too long, so let's try to get it somewhere in that spot right there. Oh, Polsky. Massive pull. And what did I just say when we were looking at that green? If you're down in this area, it's not going to stop. And I suspect that'll roll around and roll back and prove me wrong. Thank you, HB. How that doesn't roll back into that bunker, I don't know. I'll take the luck when I can get it, though. 190 on the speeds, so we're going to be loving these fast screens. Yes. What a way to start. We get a little luck, and we cash it in for birdie. And we do like the fast green speeds. Oh, he's pulling out a 5-wood on the second hole. And I don't even see a green. I'm hitting it into the weeds. Surely not. Oh, okay. That's cool. So if I move the arrow, we'd be able to see the flag poking out of the top of that bunker. So a blind green 5-wood shot, but the green is rather large, and that helps us deal with that blindness a little bit. So perfectly fine with that. And I think I'm going to want to maybe use this a little bit if I can. Wow. I mean, just another massive pull. Put my controller down and pick it back up. See if it falls into my hand any differently. My goodness. Awful. Might have a chance to get up and down, though. Okay, we survived it. We survived it. Ooh, downhill by a lot. 66 feet. It could be 20 yards of distance, really. Wow, look at that feature. I like how it divides the two sides of the green, though. I think that pin over here could be pretty neat. Finally, a perfect. Good time to do it. I am thrilled with that tee shot. I don't think that hole was as easy as I just made it look. A lot of places you could miss there that wouldn't make that very fun. A little flip wedge blind one. I love the dune in front of this screen. That's... Oh, it's even hiding another section here. That's a little sneaky. We have the benefit of the scout cam, but imagine if you're playing this course for real and you hit one at that flag over the dune, you're like, man, that's on the nuts. And you come up and this ball is in here, right here, you'd be like, what the... Hopefully this works. Uh-oh. What was I just saying? I'm going to walk up to this screen thinking I just stiffed that. And I did not. So as those of you watching this video, you have to think, how would I feel about that if that were me? Saves the par. But man, I did think the tee shot was going to be really good. Until it wasn't. Excuse me, I need to take a drink of water here. .222. Downwind. All of these tee shots have been framed really nicely, though. Whether it be by the trees, the dunes, the grasses. They've all had a nice look to them. Wow. So I'm hitting a 5 hybrid in, and Boy, I cannot be long. You cannot be long. I might aim, I don't know, here. Just see if I can get it to kind of come up into that back section. Yikes. That was scary. I don't even have a treat of a putt here. Imagine putting it off the other side of the green. That wouldn't make you happy, would it? Wow, that hole had some butt-puckering excitement to it. Ooh. An 80-yarder. I like that. Not a lot of people went with holes under 95 yards in the competition. I like the little 80-yarder. Almost makes you think about pitching it because you'd get some nice run out. You know what? I'm gonna do that. Just because it's different. Uh-oh. We didn't want that kind of run out. Oh boy. Oopsie. My bad. Nothing wrong with the hole. That was my fault. I should have known the pitch was gonna... Oh no. Getting that one back. I should have known the pitch was gonna do that. Boy, I messed up this 80-yard hole. But how cool is that an 80-yard hole is not a guaranteed birdie or par? I got no problem with that. Oh, from an 80-yarder to a 285-yarder? Huh. Sneaky little slope here. Feeds it right into the bunker. 285-yarder, but it's not going to play anywhere near that long. Yeah, I think we could hit 5 wood and feel pretty good about it. Until it goes in that feeder slope I just mentioned. Can't say I didn't see it since I mentioned it. Uh-oh. It's tough. This course is tough, too. You can't miss. I do like the pines next to the tee. It's just, you know, even being single, double, you know, it doesn't have to be a lot of them. Just breaks up the plot just enough to give it an interesting variation in look. It's a wise choice. Another tough bunker here. The slope down into it. Gonna have to be careful with that, too. Oh, he likes it. He's posing. Look at him pose. Wasn't that good, Victor. Come on. Act like you've been there before. Oh, he nestles it down in perfect speed. Gets a bounce back birdie. Good looking hole. Like how it feels like it's perched up top. It's really only 10 feet above me, but yet it feels like a plateau. Feels more uphill than that. Pretty cool look. I don't know if I'm crazy about this shape of the bunker as it compares to the rest, but I do kind of like how it ties in with the one back here. Almost like if you could connect them. Trying to stay left of that bunker on the right. I've hit enough bunker shots already through 9 holes, that's for sure. Dead center. Yeah, it's really good looking plot. It photos well in the cameras. Little semi-blind green here. Sitting amongst the dunes. I like that a lot. Oh. Interesting. Interesting green, too. If you're long, you're going to be down into those other sections. I love how this is sculpted and kind of brings this slope in here. That's a good looking golf hole. I like that a lot. Bite right there. Oh, yes. Could be happy about that one. I don't mind. Conversion for the birdie. So this went out and back. We didn't return to the clubhouse at 9, which, not a big deal. It is a par 3. Not like you'd be out there for very long. Initially, I was looking down right in front of me like we were going to be pitching it, and then I noticed it was 188 yards long. Way up on top here. I don't think I'm going to mess with this runoff on the right, or at least not intentionally. I'm going to play off to the left here and just try to leave it kind of down in this area here. I'm not a huge fan of these slopes, you know, one going into the other, almost like this green has a crease in it here. Water would lay all through there. This green would be a nightmare to maintain. Be fungus, dead grass all through that green. Wow, could you pull that any more? Holy crap. Well, that's not where I wanted to leave it. And now we're putting through that crease 2 times on the way to the hole. This putt breaks 97 different ways. That's way off. Never far enough left. Oof, that was a tough putt. Makes the comebacker, though, for the par. I liked that hole. I just didn't like that crease in the green. But I liked how the hole was kind of sitting up on top. A lot of variation in the holes. Alright, got a section of the green here. We're going to use this slope over here to come down in, hopefully, that direction. Kind of expected firmer bounces from this course, though, with the greens on firm, and I don't really think they're that firm. Not the designer's fault. They're set to firm. It is what it is, but sometimes I expect the ball to bounce and roll a little bit more. I mean, hell, that 5-iron there rolled less than my pitch on that 80-yarder. What a putt, though. What a putt. Double breaker straight in the hole. And 67 downhill. Oh, this is bold. A river of sand. A snake of sand. I'm not sure that's something I can react to positively or negatively yet. I feel like I almost need more time with that one. Clearly there'd be a pin up in here. So you'd have to battle that. I'm going to have to make sure I don't go too long. Or right. I mean, it's an interesting feature. Huh, I don't know. Interesting. One way or the other, it's interesting. The wind held that up more than I thought it would. Pretty pleased with the line. Even more pleased with that putt. Let's go. Oh, look at this. That's just a really cool look. Even if the dune there seems a little bit manufactured-ish, it provides a really neat look. And an 80 for another 80-some yard hole that I am terrified of, because every miss is bad. Left is bad, right is bad, short is bad, and look at long. Long is death. I think I need to aim here and just live with the consequences. Yeah, it's gonna roll back, but I could not risk going over. That's for sure. Over was terrifying. He looks indifferent on that putt. Like he's not sure if that was good or bad. Ooh, that was a fun hole. Just like the other 80-yarder was fun, but terrifying. All right, 118. Down 30. Oh, now we're getting wild with our green. I mean, I don't hate it. It's pretty wild, though. Gonna have to hit onto this level, or any other level is really in the wrong spot. A little higher. Come on, you can make that putt. That's an unfortunate par. .232. And you know what, though? I like that the green is tamer. Another sand snake. But I like that the green is tamer. Yeah, for a long shot coming in. Like, a green as crazy as the last one wouldn't really be fair for this club, but this green seems just fine. Not when you hit it there, but that just wasn't a good tee shot. I think I could have got away with a 5-wood instead of that. Ooh. Not a bad lag. Not a bad lag at all. Going a little dry on the birdies, though. Maybe we can get one coming in on the final two. He's got a wood in his hand again. 233. Oh my. That's a pin. But there are helper slopes here that I'm going to try to use. Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting hole. Let's see how it plays out. It's not back into the green far enough for that tee shot. I need 5 to 6 more yards on that tee shot for it to be good, and it wasn't. Oh no. This could be problematic. We need another lag putt like we had on the last hole. Just give me a tap in. Yep, that is just fine right there. Hell, I almost made it. Challenging hole, challenging tee shot. If you want to get back to that pin, you will have to be more committed to getting it deeper into the green on the fly. It's a cool looking uphill shot here. A little semi-blind on the left. See the right side of the green, but not the left because of this bunker. It's only a pitching wedge or 9-iron in, so I'm okay with that. Yeah, very interesting looking hole. I like it. The dunes work has been a lot of fun to see on this course. I think the dunes have played a nice part in the visuals all around and the difficulty. Can we birdie the final hole? He likes it. Yes, he does. We made our share of mistakes. Made our share of birdies. And that was Wild Pines by TJ. Let's head over to his screen here. There we go. Wild Pines, par 3 by TJ, 9798. Really cool environment. Little par 3 course tucked in amongst the pines, but open air with dunes all around. Just a kind of a really cool experience. Pros and cons. Pros, the experience. I mean, interesting. Every tee shot was interesting. And I would say a good half of the tee shots felt like life and death decisions because a miss was going to be dreadful. Some of the runoffs would be dreadful if you missed there. And even some of the bunkers I found were tough bunker shots, especially if you didn't have the meta pick to use. The planting was, I thought it was really good. I liked the little outcroppings of pines amongst the inner portion of the plot, surrounded by the outer pines. Again, it gives you that feeling of, hey, you're at this little resort. You check in at the clubhouse there. Some nice old man checks you in, and you head out with your Sunday bag for a par 3 course, and it's just tucked away. It's the little hidden gem tucked away in the forest of pines. Another pro to me was the contours on the greens, because I'll be honest, some of them were a little crazy, and I kind of like that. I mean, I more than kind of liked that. I think for a par 3 contest, that's exciting. Again, maybe you would want to play an 18-hole championship course with greens like that you're hitting a multitude of irons into because of where your drive ended up. But we're always hitting from a tee. So you have the most perfect condition for the approach on every hole. It's up to you to decide where you want to place it on the green and if you can execute that. Bunkers tucked into the dunes. The grassy dunes, I would say. The bunkers tucked into the grassy dunes were really cool. Really well done. Cons, some of the green slopes were a little off. You know, areas where the slopes are coming together and forming a crease, as I said, on that one hole, which I did see on a couple of other holes. I would try to avoid that. As you saw, even with the putt that it left me, I was putting through that crease 2 different times. It's very hard to read that putt. And it's just not a great playability experience. And like I said, from a realism perspective, water would lay there and pool there in a hard rain, and they'd have trouble with mold and fungus growing on the green if they couldn't get it dry. Some of the bunkers shapes were odd, but yet I think it was done enough times that it was okay. Still torn on that one that kind of went into the green, but the playability wasn't impacted negatively by that. I think you had clearly 2 sections of the green that were very accessible despite that bunker. So yeah, again, par 3 contest, perfect time to do stuff like that. I enjoyed my time. Thought it was a challenge. I know I scored fairly well, -7, but the times I didn't hit the ball well, I paid for it. So very enjoyable, and I appreciate TJ on a tight schedule putting in an entry for us. Very competitive field all the way through. I haven't played a bad one yet, so I pity the judges that got to go through this. So thank you, TJ, for participating. I hope everyone plays it and enjoys it. It'll be on the Dirty Ankle Mafia Society at some point here in the summer, so that we can all enjoy it. And I wish you the best of luck in the contest. Until next time, see you guys later.